Well, when I first started, I can't remember what I came up with first, but it was super cool.
It wasn't always Lashed?
No, it wasn't always Lashed by Goldbird. It was something, I can't remember. I think it was like dream lashes or some cool shit like that. And I was like, that's stupid. So we're not gonna do that. And my ex had started teasing me with this Goldbird name and started doing lashes, and it just came together, Lashed by Goldbird. And I was like, that sounds fancy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So I was like, we're gonna roll with that. I'm a hairstylist by trade. That's what I started out doing. I did that for 12 years, and the lashes just kind of fell in my lap. So yeah, I used to do hair. I hate it now. That's why I wear so many wigs. Yeah. Yes, I do. The semi-permanent lash extensions, and you put them on one at a time so they grow out with the natural lash and just kind of shed off. Very tedious. And then it just prevents like you can swim, you can gym, you can sweat, you can do everything with them because they're individually adhered. So it's a lot different than like what I have on as a strip is one piece. When I'm ready to take it off, it just comes off. I can change, I can do a thicker or a longer. I can change it up a little bit more, but with the semi-permanent lashes, they're more conducive for women that are busy, they don't have time for all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So it's just better for women that have a little bit more going on than I do. The lashes for me, when I started out, I wasn't even gonna do it. So I think I have a little bit more passion than a lot of people that are coming into it now because they see how much money you make, and that's really the driving force behind them. They don't see, how hard it is and how demanding the clients are and stuff like that from the beginning. So they kind of got that. And with me, I've been doing this so long, it's like going to work now. It's just like it's just what I do. School was horrible to me simply because, like I stated to you earlier, I'm an avid reader. So when I would get my textbooks and stuff for class, I would read the entire book. And now I'm waiting on the comprehension test, I'm waiting on the spelling test, I'm waiting to just get done.
Right.
So formal education for me was very, very boring. It wasn't exciting enough. So the college route was never going to be what I was going to do. I was going to always have to figure it out on my own simply because their methods of teaching is just not how I'm going to learn. So, being an entrepreneur and not going the college route, it's like I had to prove myself 10 times harder just because I don't have a lot of accolades and degrees and stuff like that. So I had to basically say, look, this is what I can do.
Right.
This is where I'm at. These are the talents that I have, and either you want it or you don't. So it was imperative that I created my own income because I knew that nobody was going to give it to me. So delegating. I didn't know how to delegate. I didn't know how to say, yo, I need help with this. I need you to do X, Y, Z so I can perform more efficiently. So not knowing how to delegate early on, I think, hindered me as far as how quickly things could have went if I would have been able to say, hey, you do this while I do that. So that's one of the biggest mistakes is not knowing how to release the reins when it comes to, controlling this shit. The other one, I feel like thinking people have the same exact mindset that I do is a very, very common mistake that I make all the time because you just think, all the time. Because you think that people, like if I have a situation where I have to reschedule all my clients, well, everyone will get a discount that day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to hurt my pockets, but at the same time, I want my clients to know that their time is just as valuable as mine because if they miss an appointment, I'm going to charge them.
Right.
So I lead by example. I've had instances, it is, major key. I think it's, I've dealt with people where they've been in the wrong situation. It's like, so you don't see what you're doing?
Right.
If that was me, I would be doing this differently. So thinking that people have the same exact mindset that you have is a really bad business mistake that I make commonly, like I said, because you do a deal with somebody and it's like, this is what I want, this is what I expect, and when it doesn't happen like that, you're just like, well, shit, that's not what I would have done. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got to take people in this business for exactly what they are and exactly what they present to you at that moment. Like I said earlier, I absolutely love to read. I think reading is a major key that a lot of people don't use. There's so many answers in books. There's so much knowledge in books because it takes a little while longer to absorb the information that way versus sitting in front of a TV or something like that where you're just being fed the knowledge versus reading a book and actually eating it, if that makes any sense. You know, you digest it differently. Yeah. You know, with a book you can go back, you know, and I know there's DVR and stuff like that, but the average show is really only 18 minutes long. So you're not getting that much information like you think you are. So reading is very important to me because it allows me to get information that's not readily available to the masses.
What's the last few books you read?
The one I just finished was DJ Khaled, The Major Keys, and it was, Major Keys was an amazing book. I definitely suggest that to everybody simply because I think that when we see people in positions of riches and, you know, like, DJ Khaled is smart. Like, he's a very intelligent person. So when we see him, we think about the glitz and the glamour part of him. And I think that with that book, it opens you up. Like when people want to get to know me and I'm telling them, you know, I walked to work for a year. And they're like, what? You walked to work for a year? Yeah. And I paid almost $4,000 to get my license back while I was doing that. That was something that was important to me. So a lot of people will be like, well, dang, how did you get to where you are? And it's like, there was so many steps and so many step backs and things like that. So when I read books, especially, you know, biographies, autobiographies, it's like so tight because you got this person straight coming from the horse's mouth telling you, yo, this shit's hard. Right. You know, so I love his book. I read The Art of Seduction, which is a branch off of The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene.
That's a secret, right?
I think so. I haven't read the other ones, but The 48 Laws of Power and The Art of Seduction, I cleared both of those. And the information in it is crazy. Like The Art of Seduction highlights so many different personalities of people that you meet and encounter every single day in your life. All the narcissists, all the sociopaths, all the empaths, all the introverts, all the extroverts, and it just outlines these people and how to identify them, and it's tight. Like, I just love acquiring that information like that. I like Leanne LaHavis. I love Anderson .Paak. Leanne LaHavis.
Okay.
She did a Tiny Desk Tiny Desk concert.
Okay, that's what we want to.
The Tiny Desk concert.
Yes, they put me on to a couple people.
Yeah.
I the bangers.
Yeah, I mean, I love music. I think music is so personal to me because I love words. I like how they're put together. So when I hear somebody put something together and they say it so, you're like, it sounds beautiful. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's amazing to me. And like I said, I mentioned earlier, I like to listen to classical music. I just went to the symphony a few weeks ago and they did a mashup of Tchaikovsky and Drake. So they were playing Tchaikovsky. It was really, really dope. They were playing Tchaikovsky, but they had a spoken word artist reciting Drake lyrics like poetry. It was dope, man. So like, music means everything to me. Like I'm trying to go to Liverpool for an Anderson .Paak concert because
that's the other thing. You travel.
Yes.
What's up with you on these flights?
The shit be cheap, man. The shit be cheap, and you know I got some really cool luggage, and I want to pack. Like I love going new places. I love eating different food. I love seeing how the environment affects people in different ways. Just going to a new place is just amazing, even if it's a small town. Like I went to Brown County for the weekend, and that shit was dope.
Thank you so much, Lashed by Goldbird, for chilling with us today. So we just want to ask you one last question. It's probably the easiest one, and that's just who is Indiana's hottest urban lifestyle blog?
Hoosier, of course.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh, where can we find you on social media?
And you can find me everywhere. You can find me, my website is www.lashedbygoldbird.com. You can find me on Instagram at Lashed by Goldbird LLC. I suck at Twitter. I want to get better at Twitter. I fucking suck at that. And you can go on. I don't like to give people my Facebook because I can get a little bit raunchy, but I will anyway because you know.
Who's your exclusive?
You can find me on Facebook, Britney Tipton, BritneyTipton. I do live videos sometimes, as we discussed before, so definitely check those out. Like I get my moves and I like to pop off, so I like when people follow me. Oh, I love that shit. So.
Thank you.